Welcome in, everyone. It's Travis here, and welcome back to the SF Bay Area Sports Talk channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. Unfortunately, in the series finale, the San Francisco Giants lose a one-run ball game, 5-4, the same score as the previous game. And the Giants have now gotten swept by their arch rival. Not a good feeling. And to lose back-to-back one-run ball games, very tough. You do not want to be coming back home for the home opener at 2-5. You feel like you have a lot of catching up to do. But when you look at how this game played out, Kyle Harrison, you give him credit out there. He battled, did the best he could, and, to give up 6 hits in the game, 3 walks. He did limit the damage, allowing 4 earned runs, struck out 4. So I'm very encouraged by the start from Kyle Harrison, and he pitched very well in his season opening start against the Padres. Welcome in, everyone, to the San Francisco Giants live post-game show. Good to see everyone checking in, and would love to get your thoughts on the game and how you're feeling about the start to the season. Are you concerned through the first 7 games, or do you feel that with the Giants back home now, it will be a great opportunity to do what we do best? Start playing some good baseball, get some momentum going. We have got to come back home and start winning games. When you look at this offense, they have shown signs of really breaking out. And I think that, this lineup this season is a much better lineup than what we saw last season. And so I feel like this lineup can do some damage this year. We got a lot of good hitters, made a lot of good additions. What's going on, AM Echo Sky? Good to see you in the house. What a rough week on the road since opening day began. I'm with you. It is really tough with what's gone on. I thought that the Giants for sure could have at least got one game in LA, and the fact that they got swept, it's really tough. We're going to bounce back strong. I do think that coming back home is a good thing. And look, we might have to start the Giants. They always open the season on the road, and that is how they prefer to do so. And the reasoning behind that, the Giants like to have more home games in September down the stretch. And in 2010, it came in handy because the final 6 games were at home, and the Giants won 4 of 6 to win the division back in 2010. So there are arguments to be made for or against starting the season on the road. You can make the argument that starting the season on the road isn't the best, because if you get off to a slow start, you're essentially having to play catch up throughout the rest of the season. And when you look at how this season has started, the Giants 2-5 on the road after the first 7 games. What's going on by Victor? We need Yaz plus Wade trade for look, Pete Alonso, man, he would be such a great addition. But yeah, that I don't know what the Giants would be able to. It would be tough, I think, to get a deal done, and I don't know if the Mets are looking to trade him. But when I look at this Giants lineup, look, Jorge Soler, he is starting to swing the bat well. Hit his second home run of the season. I mean, having an addition like Jorge Soler to this lineup is absolutely huge because what he can bring with his power. He is coming off a 37 home run season. So that is what you love to see as a San Francisco Giants fan, that they went out, added some power to this lineup. Jung-Ho Lee, what he can do, he has shown the power. He can do it all. Speed, line drive, contact. His bat-to-ball skills are incredible in the way that he can work at bats. So at the top of the lineup, having Jung-Ho Lee, it's going to be so much fun to watch him play this season. And the addition of Matt Chapman, that is huge, and he can hit home runs. So this is a much improved San Francisco Giants lineup. And what we saw in this series, the Giants were able to set the table. They were unable to get the big hits that they needed, which could have broken open. I mean, you just need a couple big hits to put a dent in the scoreboard. And, I mean, a couple of big hits in either of these two games here, and the Giants could have been on the other side of a one-run loss. So, look, you turn the page. Today being Thursday, the off day, you regroup, get ready for the home opener. What's going on, Tommy Huxley? Good to see you in the house. Unacceptable if we can't win one single game versus the Frogers. Yeah, it's look, I mean, look, this is very tough. Like I was saying, I felt, minimum we should be able to win a game in the series, and the fact that they didn't even do that, they are gonna have to make adjustments. And look, when you go against arguably the best team in baseball, and you're just starting out the season, and you're on the road, these are very tough games. But the Giants played the Dodgers tough. They just came up short in these one-run losses. But that hurts. It hurts to have these close games and to have not gotten either of them. But you got to turn the page, and I'm confident that this Giants team can bounce back. It's still super early in the season, and with the additions of Jung-Ho Lee, Matt Chapman, Jorge Soler, and then another year of development for the Giants young players, Patrick Bailey, Luis Matos, getting to see, Casey Schmidt, all of these young kids, when you get to see them continue their development, it's going to be huge this season. Patrick Bailey hits his first home run of the season, and that is huge. He had gotten off to a slow start, so you hope that swing of the bat for Patrick Bailey will get him going. Michael Conforto, he has had a red-hot start to the season with 9 RBIs, including a big 2-run single in the top of the 6th inning in this game. Early in the season, let's just win some ball games. that is the mindset. Go out there, compete, and just try to win some ball games. And this Giants team can get right back on track. So super early in the season, very unfortunate to get swept by your rival, but you turn the page and very confident the next time the Giants see the Dodgers, we're going to be able to pick up some wins. And look, we got to take it one game at a time and see where we can go. The pitching, I think the pitching has done solid in the rotation. It's been up and down a little bit, but when you got Logan Webb out there, you got Kyle Harrison, who in this game wasn't his best start, but being that he pitched through a lot of traffic on the base pass, Kyle Harrison was able to limit the damage, allowing 4 earned runs in the game on 6 hits, 3 walks, struck out 4. So another very encouraging outing from Kyle Harrison. And I think he's going to have a big year. It's amazing his composure out there. Doesn't seem to get rattled or let the moment become too big. So you got to love that coming from one of your younger starting pitchers. Keaton Wynn, I thought he pitched very well in the start he had in this series, going 5 innings and just 3 earned runs, and I believe he had 6 strikeouts. And so this is a guy that I am very excited to get to see his impact. Keaton Wynn, I think he can make a big impact on this starting rotation, being the number 5 starter. There's not a lot of pressure on him, and we saw what he could do last year in the bullpen. So I really love what the Giants have done in giving him an opportunity to start out there, Keaton Wynn. And then you got Jordan Hicks. I mean, he has really impressed out there. One of the bigger free agent signings of the offseason for the Giants. And I love how they have decided to make him a starter as he was in the bullpen. But when you look at how filthy and electric his stuff is, you love to see him out there in the starting rotation. This schedule is ridiculous. We are playing the Padres twice in 3 series. I'm with you, Tommy. It just, that doesn't make a lot of sense when with the new schedule now, I believe you only play 12 or 13 games against your division opponents. So essentially, through the first 3 series of the year, we'll have already played more than half of all the games that we'll see the San Diego Padres. So yeah, it's a little weird with the schedule. I do like the new schedule that we have had, I believe, since last year, where now every team will get to play everyone. And what they've done is taken less division games. So I think that is, it's more fun. To me, the schedule, you get to see all the teams, and which was something before that some teams you might only see every 3, 4, 5 years. So to get the opportunity to get to see the best stars in baseball every year, everybody plays everyone. I'm a big fan of the new schedule. So we'll see how it continues to play out. And this Giants offense, they have got the potential to be a great offense this year. And I do think they will improve on the season last year. And I mean, the additions, Jung Ho Lee, Jorge Soler, Matt Chapman, Big time additions. I mean, they are going to add to this lineup. And now want to see Yaz get it going. He is one of those players that when he gets it going, I mean, he can be one of the toughest outs to get. And for Mike Yastrzemski, it's been tough. He certainly has not played to his expectations, but he has certainly got it in him to get it going. Is Snell injured? He isn't starting until the National Series. Snell is not injured. I think he's just getting his arm stretched out. Being that he signed so late in spring training, the arm strength was not there yet for Blake Snell. So that is why you see him just now going to be making his first start of the season, as his arm strength was not up to par, being that, he literally just signed, the last week of spring training, or last couple of weeks. So I can't wait to see Blake Snell out there. And, then you're going to get Robbie Ray back in the summertime. So, look, I think that this starting rotation, which was the major issue last season, really the undoing of last year. It was a number of things, but, the fact that in the second half last year, we just did not step it up. We did not play to our potential when it mattered most down the stretch. And look, that is something that I don't think we'll see with Bob Melvin managing this Giants team. If they are close or within striking distance of a wild card spot, I expect this Giants team to keep their composure and stay in the moment and be able to win some big games down the stretch, if that is what it's going to take to get to the playoffs. Snell owns the Frogers. It would have been nice if he could have made a start in that series, but with Blake Snell coming back, you're feeling very good. And look, this rotation, Logan Webb, Kyle Harrison, and then you got Keaton Wynn, Jordan Hicks. I think this rotation is going to be improved this year. And look, it's going to take these guys stepping it up, which I do believe they have it in them. And making the addition of Blake Snell, the Cy Young Award winner coming off last season. What a huge pickup it was for the San Francisco Giants. Now, when you take a look at the offseason, I'll give the Giants a B for, I feel it was a very successful offseason. When you can add talent like Jung-Ho Lee, Matt Chapman, Jorge Soler, sign Blake Snell, you went out and made some serious additions, and obviously we missed on Ohtani and Yamamoto, but at least the Giants were able to get one of the three targets that they had, and getting Jung-Ho Lee. He has been spectacular out there. So much fun to watch. The rotation is going to be legit. Let's get it back to 2010. I would love to see that. When you think back to 2010, Tim Lincecum, Matt Cain, Jonathan Sanchez, those guys were dealing out there. So if Kyle Harrison can step it up, Keaton Wynn, see these young guys contribute big time in the starting rotation, that will be huge. So it's going to be an interesting year. I believe the rotation is improved. The lineup is improved. So it's going to come down to pitching and defense, timely hitting, which has been the San Francisco Giants winning formula. And so if we can get back to that, where our pitching is leading the way and we're getting those hits. When setting the table in this series, they were just unable to capitalize and get the big hits to be able to score a couple of runs in those situations of the game. And for my player of the game, I'm taking Jorge Soler. He has found his swing in LA. He had 2 hits in the game, including his second home run of the season, and he hit a double. What a game for Jorge Soler. So I'm taking Jorge Soler as my player of the game. And as we take a look at the pitching matchup for tomorrow's home opener, as the San Francisco Giants will be taking on the division rival Padres. Jordan Hicks will be facing Dylan Cease of the Padres. It will be a great matchup as the Giants look to get a winning streak going. Let's go, San Francisco Giants, and let's make some noise for the YouTube algorithm, everyone, and let's smash up the like button. Thank you so much for your incredible support. Smashing that like button. This lets the YouTube algorithm know that this Giants post-game show is important, so YouTube can recommend this San Francisco Giants live post-game to as many San Francisco Giants fans and baseball fans out there. Thank you so much, everyone. Really appreciate your support and looking forward to the home opener. Appreciate it, AM Echo Sky. Good to see everyone checking in as we're breaking down this series and our thoughts moving forward. Tough series. You know, there's no doubt nobody wants to get swept by their rival. This was a very frustrating game. The last 2 have been frustrating, but it's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it. And so I'm very confident in the San Francisco Giants' ability to bounce back strong. So let's go, San Francisco Giants. Let's get them tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon. The Giants home opener. Can't wait for it. And look, I think this Giants team, you know, losing a couple of tough games, 1-run ball games against your rival, very tough. But look, you know, it's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it. And confident that they're going to be able to come out tomorrow for the home opener. Appreciate the support, everyone. Have a great one, and let's go, San Francisco Giants.